Namaste, welcome back. If you have joined me for my leg workout session, the yoga aerobics, you might want to stretch those legs a little bit more. So this is going to be not a very long, very much yin based leg stretch session. So find yourself sitting on the floor. Ideally you want some kind of blanket or something to prop your hips up if necessary. We're going to start from a very easy forward bend, okay? So just straighten your legs in front of you. It's not a typical sort of Ashtanga Vinyasa style forward bend where you're having to hold your spine super straight and perform some kind of dristi or looking at a specific point, keeping your toes up and straight, super straight legs, okay? It's supposed to be very relaxing, but we're going to hold for a little bit longer. I've got a timer here, so let's make sure that we do at least the same amount of time on each side when we start doing each leg at a time, okay? So first, just easy, take a deep breath, maybe take the flesh of your buttocks out, and then with exhale, lower yourself forward. Only as far as your body feels good, feels like this is enough, it's enough, okay? Just listen to your body in these stretches today, okay? Nothing too forceful. If you feel like your knees want to bend a little bit, that's absolutely fine, okay? Also, if you feel like that's still a bit strange, feel free to put a bit of a support underneath your knee, like a towel, okay? If you feel like you don't want to overstretch your hamstrings. Or otherwise, just stay down. You can use your towel to hold around your feet, if that's easier. If you want, you can sit on a blanket, raise your hips up a little bit. That also helps with positioning of tilting of the pelvis. That feels better in the forward bend. So just feel your body, what it wants to do. Also, it's okay for the toes to fall outwards a little bit. They don't have to stick up and look up in the sky, okay? So whatever feels good. I kind of feel like holding the back of my feet like this. And now with your head also, don't need to look anywhere. If you want, you can fold the blanket on your knees or somewhere there and just rest your head down. The spine can be round. Just take it easy with that stretch, okay? If it feels too intense, take yourself a little bit further up, okay? Let's hold. We've already been 1.5 minutes. Let's hold for another minute. Take a deep breath, try to relax. Just a little bit more, you're doing really well. Focus on the breath. Sometimes your mind tries to run away from you here. Focus, breathe. Very good. Just a few more seconds. Deep breath again. From here, slowly coming up. Normally in yin yoga you would have a rebound, you would just lie down and have a little rest. For us, for this purpose, just lean a little bit back, relax your head back. See how you feel in that body. Very good. Now bend your knees gently, step your feet flat, take a twist to one side, just to relax the spine. And then the other side. Another really lovely stretch, this time for the front of your legs, for your quads and for your hip flexors, is the half saddle, okay? So some people prefer, if you want you can do a full saddle actually. If you want you can just sit on the back of your heels or sit between your heels, bend your knees this way, okay? And then just lean back and feel that stretch in the front of your thighs, in your hip flexor. If you want, you can obviously sit on something to raise the hips, to open up the hip flexors a little bit more, perhaps ease the tension in your lower back. For me, the stretch works better if I take one of the legs out, okay? It's like a half saddle. So I have my left foot, my left knee standing, my right leg folded, and then I even add that blanket underneath my bottom just to feel that extra stretch in the hip flexor. And that is usually enough for me to really get into this right thigh, okay? So, yeah, that's good. Try again to position yourself so it feels comfortable for a few minutes, okay? Experiment with these positions. Sometimes it feels good if you open that left knee out even more, okay? Some people like this way. Some people like to rest this leg up on the wall somewhere. For me, this is quite nice. Now I'm just going to start the timer. And again, it's good to hold it for at least 90 seconds. So 1.5 minutes, ideally more obviously. And the more comfortable you get with these stretches, the more you can carry on. I sometimes just lie there and breathe, and before I know, it's already been 5 or 6 minutes and the time flies, and it's just so nice. And really feel the difference. The stretch touches more into the fascia stretch. Fascia is this ligament in the body that's present everywhere. It's within your muscle. It wraps the groups of muscles around. The easiest way is to explain it. If you've ever seen a raw chicken breast, there's this whitish see-through almost film, like a covering of the actual muscle tissue. Sometimes you can almost peel it off. That's fascia, okay? And everything in the body, the bones, the ligaments, the tendons, they're all made of fascia, and the fascia in different forms is present everywhere inside the muscles. And the fascia can only stretch very gently and patiently, and it takes about 90 seconds to even tap into that deep stretch, and it's amazingly effective in the long run. I find my flexibility increases dramatically if I incorporate a little bit of a yin stretch, especially after a longer run or a more of a weight workouts. Let's see where we are. Good. Almost 2 minutes. Let's hold another 15 seconds. That's it. And one more deep breath here. Lovely. Now bring yourself back up to your elbows and up all the way. Now bring your right knee up as well. Keep the legs a little jiggle. Now let's do the other side, okay? So fold your left leg over. Try not to sit on that heel. Oh, you can. It's really easy. Whatever feels good, whatever feels like you're tapping into this this stretch in the front of your left thigh. Now lower yourself again down to your elbows. See if that's the right position for your left leg, right leg. And then when you're ready, slowly lower yourself down. For me, I feel like the left quad, or it's probably more of a hip flexor, feels a bit tighter, so the left knee seems to be coming off the floor for a moment. But it's okay. The more I relax, I find that the ligaments finally give in, and the leg slowly relaxes all the way down to the floor. So let's try again. 2 minutes. Lying down, breathing. Check your sensations in your glutes as well. Often to prevent almost, or to sort of to protect yourself from too deep of a stretch, you tend to squeeze the buttocks. Try to relax the buttocks, relax your glutes, relax your belly, relax your spine, shoulders and arms. It's supposed to be as passive as possible, this stretch, okay? Just breathe. Feel the temperature of the air around you. My balcony is really nice and warm. It's not too bad today, actually. We would do a bit more of a breeze. It's actually very pleasant. I would say high 30s. Feel that breath. Notice different sensations in those legs.
Notice whether this stretch feels differently to the other. Just surrender. Very good. 1.5 minutes gone like a flash. Keep breathing. One more slow deep breath. And then lift yourself back up onto your elbows. Back up onto your hands. And again, release the left foot. Move your feet around in circles. Open and close your knees. And here we are. Very good. Now feet together. Bring your hips back a little bit. Feel like there's a bit of a distance, not typical butterfly, with your knees close, with your feet close to your hips. Keep them a little bit further apart, so you feel like a square shape sort of between your legs. And then very, very slowly relax your body down in between. Relax the hips, relax the lower back. Try to touch down your forehead to the toes. You should feel quite a nice stretch around the glutes area. Very good. And now from here we're going to move into a pigeon position. Not my favorite, but I know I really need it, okay? So keep one of your legs bent in front of you and then straighten the other one back behind you, and then slowly try to roll. So for me, it's my left leg in my front, so my left heel on the right side of your mat, and I'm going to try to bring the right hip bone sort of towards this left heel here, okay? And close the hip down to the floor, okay? Watch your knees. I occasionally feel not a very pleasant pinch in my kneecap. That means that I'm probably not, my knees are probably not comfortable with this position. Again, if you feel like this is very, very tight, feel free to sit on a cushion or a towel folded like this, just to raise your hips a little bit off the floor. This should ease the tension in the kneecap and also ease on the stretch, okay? And then take a deep breath and slowly lower your body down to the floor, wherever feels comfortable, okay? Now again, I'm going to start a timer on this. Let's hold for 1.5 minutes at least, see how we go, okay? And then try to relax the upper body, rest your head down. And try to really give into this position. Don't fight it. It might be quite intense on the hip, on the glutes, on the left side, maybe the front of your left foot. Perhaps some people feel it still in the back leg and the front of the back leg, in the hip flexor. It's quite an open position for that one as well. So just notice how the body's feeling. Try to stay still, breathe. Observe the sensations in the body. Anytime you feel like this is quite intense, you're not sure whether this is exactly comfortable, just take a really deep breath and sigh out. Really relaxing the jaw muscles. Masseter, the jaw muscles, are the most powerful muscles in the body, and they directly correspond to muscles in your hips and glutes. So by relaxing, you're jaw muscles, you're actually helping to relax the hips and glutes a little bit. We're almost there, just another 20, 15 seconds. Breathe. Very good. Now from here, I really like to step back to downward facing dog very briefly, just to allow a little wriggle in my hips, stretch the lower back and relax your knee. And then the other side, bring your right knee forward, right foot to the left side of the mat, slowly walk your left leg back as far as it goes. And the same again, try to roll this left hip over towards your right heel. Okay, again, if you're feeling a bit of a uncomfortable sensation around your knee, feel free to bring something underneath your bottom. Okay, I think I should be okay this time. Now let's check. Stop, reset, and let's go. Okay, let's try to hold here for about 90 seconds. Relax and breathe slowly and deeply. A couple of deep breaths. Open your mouth when you exhale. Notice if the sensations are the same or similar from the previous side. Usually, very often actually, probably 90% of people have got the pelvis built quite funny, that one hip may be different from the other. Okay, so for me, I think this side might be a little bit tougher than the other. It's hard to say anymore because obviously you need to try to do both sides every time, to keep equalizing the side of the body, to keep balancing your left and right. Like with pranayama, with every asana, it's all about the balance in the body in yoga. Try to relax the glutes. Sometimes there's a tendency to squeeze them to protect the body from falling too deep. Try to give in, surrender. Feel those sensations. Enjoy that stillness for a moment. Very good. Just one more slow deep breath. Wonderful. And then from here, again, step your front leg back to downward facing dog. Take a little walk here. Down to your knees, and that will be enough for me. Thank you very much. Namaste.